Hi everyone, this is Megha. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another video in the series of Albert Einstein at school, and this video is going to be the second part of the chapter. So let's first quickly revise the first part. We were studying about Albert Einstein, and he was a German born physicist, and he was also called father of modern physics, and he won Nobel Prize for physics in 1921. But during his school days he did not like his schools, and his history teacher called him a disgrace. Disgrace? Why? Okay, let me remind you, the first scene of the chapter was an argument between Albert Einstein and his history teacher, Mr. Brown, where the history teacher asked him about a particular date, to which Albert Einstein replied he don't like to learn dates. Einstein is honest and truthful, and he explains precisely what he thinks. And he said one could learn the dates of history from books. There's no need to learn them. And for him, it's ideas that matter, not facts. For Einstein, education means ideas. And because of such type of school system, Albert did not like to go to school, where the individual talent is badly curbed. This shows how the school was only interested in imparting bookish knowledge to the children, and this form of education exists even now, when the talents of the children are sidelined and only their grades and marks are given a consideration. Everyone has his own unique talent, and it's the duty of a teacher to explore their talents. In each and every class, there are future scientists, scholars, army men, engineers, artists, doctors, publishers, photographers, actors, and so on. और स्टूडेंट्स, आपको पता है अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन ने कहा था कि आई हैव नो स्पेशल टैलेंट, आई एम जस्ट पैशनेटली क्यूरियस, कि मेरे अंदर कोई खास टैलेंट नहीं है, लेकिन मैं बहुत ज़्यादा क्यूरियस हूँ, मैं नई नई चीज़ों को जानने के लिए काफ़ी बेचैन रहता हूँ। तो मेरे ख्याल से ये जो क्यूरियोसिटी थी यही एक गॉड गिफ्टेड टैलेंट हो गया। But his school was ignoring his talent and pressurizing him into learning the dates that he did not like. इसलिए जो अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन है वो अपने स्कूल को छोड़ देना चाहते थे, लेकिन एक प्रॉब्लम थी. And the problem was the expectations of Albert Einstein's father. His father had a little money and he wanted Albert to pass his diploma, जो सिर्फ स्कूल में रहकर ही हो सकता था. And since he had little money, Albert lived in one of the poorest quarters of Munich. अब Albert बहुत ही एक गरीब सी बस्ती में रहता था, and he literally hated that place. Because Albert lived in an atmosphere of slum violence. His landlady beat her children regularly, and every Saturday her husband came drunk and beat her. ओहो, लैंडलेडी बच्चों को पिटाई करती थी और सैटरडे को हस्बैंड आता था तो लैंडलेडी की पिटाई करता था। तो इस तरह का जो वायलेंट भरा एटमोसफेयर था वहाँ अल्बर्ट को रहना ही पड़ता था। And he disliked his neighborhood because of all the slum violence and compared it to his best friend Yuri's neighborhood, who did not like his either. Albert even expresses his worries to his cousin Elsa from Berlin, who thinks he can pass if he made a little effort. Elsa Albert को कहती है कि कुछ चीजें उसे बार बार पढ़नी पड़ेगी, and Albert said he is not good at learning things by heart. And he only liked books on science. Albert was very fond of reading science books, and the only other thing that brought him joy and peace was music. His only comfort was music, and he played his violin regularly until his landlady asked him to stop. अब जो ये वायलिन से म्यूजिक निकलता था इससे लैंडलेडी को बहुत इरिटेशन होती थी इसके साउंड से, एंड शी जस्टिफाइड इट बाय सेइंग दैट किड्स ऑलरेडी मेक अ लॉट ऑफ नॉइस इन द हाउस. And Albert wanted to say that she is the one who made her kids cry all the time, but somehow resisted the urge to say it, probably for the better. Albert कहना तो बहुत कुछ चाहते थे, but he decided it was better to say nothing. And this was how Albert Einstein was living his life. After 6 months, he told his friend Yuri, I must get away from here. It's absurd that I should go on like this. In the end, it will turn out I have been wasting my father's money and everyone's time. It will be better for all if I stop now. अल्बर्ट ये कहना चाहते थे कि इस स्कूल में और इस जगह पर रहना ये कुछ ऐसा है जैसे आई एम वेस्टिंग माई फादर्स मनी एंड एवरीवन्स टाइम। देन व्हाट विल यू डू? यूरी आस्क्ड इफ अल्बर्ट हैड एनी बैकअप प्लान। तो अब अपने बैकअप प्लान के बारे में अल्बर्ट यूरी को बताते हैं कि यदि मैं मिलान वापस गया तो माय फादर वुड सेंड मी बैक, इसलिए मिलान जाने का आइडिया जो है इट्स नॉट अ ग्रेट आइडिया। एंड दे वर डिस्कसिंग ऑल अबाउट इट व्हेन सडनली एन आइडिया केम टू अल्बर्ट्स माइंड। Albert asked Yuri if he knew any friendly doctor, to which Yuri replied, I know a lot of medical students and some of them are friendly, but I have never had enough money to go to the doctor. कि डॉक्टर के पास जाना मैं कभी अफोर्ड नहीं कर सकता था, लेकिन काफ़ी मेडिकल स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिन्हें मैं जानता हूँ। सपोज दैट आई हैड अ नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन. Suppose a doctor would say it's bad for me to go to school and I need to get right away from it. So, Albert's idea included a nervous breakdown and a doctor that could advise him that school is bad for him and he needs to stay as far as he could from it. Yuri did not think the idea was a success. He had doubt over Albert's plan. But he offers to ask one of his friends about such a doctor. He offered his help to Albert. Albert expressed his gratitude, and Yuri told him not to have his hopes high, but little. Albert was full of hope, and Yuri had never seen him feeling like that. But when Yuri saw him the next time, Albert actually seemed troubled. He had lost his high spirits. अब अल्बर्ट यूरी को कहते हैं, यदि इसी तरह मैं अपनी जिंदगी जीता रहा तो one day I shall really have a nervous breakdown. I can't stand it any longer. और जब मुझे सच में ही नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन हो जाएगा तो डॉक्टर को भी झूठ बोलने की ज़रूरत नहीं पड़ेगी. Keep it up then. I have found a doctor for you. And I have an appointment for you for tomorrow evening. तो यूरी यहाँ पर अल्बर्ट को बताते हैं कि मुझे डॉक्टर मिल गया है और tomorrow evening तुम्हारी उनके साथ अपॉइंटमेंट है. And here's the address. He handed Albert a piece of paper. Dr. Ernest Whale. That's the doctor's name. Yuri warned Albert to not to lie to him because he was not a fool. Yuri asked him to be honest and frank and not pretend to have any nervous issues. So here we have a phrase, don't try to pull the wool over his eyes. It means to deceive someone by telling untruths. If you say that someone is pulling the wool over your eyes, you mean that they are trying to deceive you in order to have an advantage over you. Albert spent the next day wondering what to tell the doctor, and he thought so much that he feared he would actually get a nervous breakdown. जब डॉक्टर के साथ अपॉइंटमेंट का टाइम आया तो अल्बर्ट इतने ज़्यादा वरीड हो गए थे कि he really was quite nervous. Albert went to see the doctor and told him that he really does not have the right choice of words to describe his situation. I don't really know how to describe my trouble, Dr. Will. But the doctor was quite friendly and he told Albert that Yuri had already given him the history of Albert's case. And as a matter of fact, the doctor is pretty sure that Albert is in a nervous state about the school. अब डॉक्टर अल्बर्ट से उनके प्लान के बारे में पूछते हैं. वो पूछते हैं कि इफ़ आई सर्टिफाई दैट यू हैव हैड अ नर्वस ब्रेकडाउन एंड मस्ट स्टे अवे फ्रॉम स्कूल फॉर अ while, what will you do? Albert tells him that he plans on going to live with his parents in Italy, where he would join an Italian college. अब डॉक्टर को भी अल्बर्ट के प्लान पर थोड़ा डाउट होता है और वो उससे पूछते हैं कि विदाउट डिप्लोमा हाउ वुड यू गेट एडमिशन इनटू एन कॉलेज. Albert assures him that his mathematics teacher would help him in this, and he claimed to have learned all about mathematics that is taught in a school and some more of it as well. Dr. Wills tells him that he understands the situation so well, and he confirms if a 6 month away from school period would be enough to put his plan in place. यानी कि अब अल्बर्ट आइंस्टाइन को स्कूल से दूर रहने के लिए 6 महीने का सर्टिफिकेट मिल रहा था, एंड दिस इज व्हाट अल्बर्ट रियली वांट्स. द डॉक्टर इवन refuses to take his fees and issues him a certificate free of charge and asks him to take Yuri for a meal. अब डॉक्टर अपनी फीस की जगह चाहते हैं कि अल्बर्ट यूरी को एक खाने पर ले जाए बिकॉज यूरी वॉज ऑल्सो हिज गुड फ्रेंड. So students, Here ends your part second, and what we learn through this part is that life is the most difficult exam, and many people fail because they try to copy others, not realizing that everyone has a different question paper. And Albert Einstein has passed his exam of life. He had achieved what he dreamt of because he knew it already that his question paper is different. He knew what the area of his interest is और यदि वो अपने इंटरेस्ट को फोकस ना करके लैंग्वेज हिस्ट्री या किसी और सब्जेक्ट पर जिस पर उन्हें इंटरेस्ट नहीं है वहाँ पर फोकस करते तो क्या वो कभी एक ग्रेट साइंटिस्ट बन पाते? शायद नहीं. To get what you want in your life, you need to be passionately curious about that. And here I close my video. Thank you, good day, and see you in the next part. Jai Hind.